Good afternoon and welcome to our webinar today. My name is Daniel. I am part of the educational staff in AVATRADE. As you can see here, I hope can everyone see the screen that I'm sharing with you at the moment, including the disclosure? I hope you do. Okay, and can you hear me properly? Before we begin. Okay, wonderful. Okay. So as it's written here, any capital market and trading information disclosed in this webinar is provided for informative purposes only, should not be constructed or applied as an investment advice or recommendation or a suggestion. Feel free to read this wonderful risk disclosure while I will explain how our webinar is going to happen today. It will happen in 4 segments, 3, and maybe if we'll have time, we'll have the 4th. Initially, we will get to know a bit who is AvaTrade, what services we have. Secondly, we'll go through the basic functionalities. What is a sell? What is a buy? Margin, leverage, pending orders, Ava Protect, some interesting things. Also, on the third part, we'll have Trading Central. We'll give a word about Trading Central regarding fundamental analysis and some other services additional that we give. And at the end of full have time, we'll give some interesting tips, as always, for strategy and some other interesting things. For now, let's try just a second. I want to make sure that all the functionalities are perfectly set. So we're going to take a break of 30 seconds. And then when we are back, we'll start with the webinar. Okay, so we will meet again in 30 seconds. All right, good afternoon. We are back, and we will begin with a quick introduction to AvaTrade and what kind of services we provide. So, as many of you know, we are founded on 2006. We have 9 licenses worldwide, and our customer team is working 24/6, which you can contact with the live chat via the live chat on our website or by an email to cs@avatrade.com. We also provide different kinds of different variety of platforms, including MT4 in the app and in the web, MT5 in the app and in the web. Yes, the webinar will be recorded. I see people start to ask if the webinar is recorded. The answer is absolutely yes, and it will be uploaded to our YouTube channel. Just search AvaTrade and YouTube, and it will lead you there. As I was saying, in our platforms, we also have the wonderful, I hope can you all see this screen, this lovely web trader that I'm hovering with my Corsair? Okay. So we also have the web trader, and we have the AvaGo, which is the app. We have some additional features that we will discuss in a moment. And whoever likes to trade options, we also provide other options. You can find more information in the website through the trading platform, other options. There is a nice video there, nice tutorial there as well. And for more information, of course, you can contact always your account manager and will assist you with more information. In here, you can see, let me just show you for a moment. We have additional services that one of them is called Ava Protect and one of them is called Ava Social. Soon there will start, we will start to have webinars for Ava Social. But for today, the idea is that I will give a word about the idea and then maybe we can specify a bit more later. The idea for Ava Social is that you can follow other traders, you can communicate with other traders, you can examine different kind of strategy with different kind of levels. That means that also beginners can assist facilitate a strategy. Experienced traders can compare their strategy with the strategy that Ava Social has by following somebody if they like, if you like, can follow somebody and see how the success rate work for you. And this is about Ava Social. I'm not going to expand more information. You can find more information in our website and through your account manager. And about Ava Protect, I will show you now. Just let's pick something. Okay, let's take this. Why not? I'm just going to show you the idea. The idea here is that you can protect the position up to 3 days. Now it's 2, but can be between 1 hour up to 2 days. And the idea here is that I'm supposed to, let's just mark here, let's say, just make it 1 second for the sake of the discussion. All right. Let's suppose that I'm supposed to make, okay, $500. If I take a buy and it goes up, wonderful. If I protected my position, let me just, maybe I should do it again slower for the beginners among us. I clicked here on buy. I have this already opened. I clicked here on Ava Protect and I have marked 2 days period. Okay, then I've placed here just a random take profit so we will know what to expect. 508. Correct. Steven Shaw is asking if Overprotect is only available on certain market. The answer is absolutely yes. For now, it's currency, silver, and gold. In the future, there is a chance we will expand it in another version. Maybe we'll expand it to other commodities or something else. But for now, currency, silver, and gold. As I was explaining, we can define here an expiry for the protection up to 2 days. Here we have marked just a tentatively kind of take profit to understand the idea. 509 is what we will expect if everything goes according to the plan, minus the fee that we will have to pay. This is, guys, this is the fee, okay, the premium that will be paid anyway. Okay, regardless if we will succeed and then it goes to where we want, we will pay this anyway. And then we can look at the loss and understand the actual meaning for Ever Protect. Ever Protect means that if, God forbid, okay, this, let's say it goes to, let's say this thing, and then, okay, all right. In this case, if we were supposed to lose, I'm just gonna round it up for you guys to make it much more convenient, just for the sake of the explanation. All right, so the idea here, maybe if we can, okay, we'll deal with it later. If we have succeeded and we were supposed to make $600, we'll make $500, we'll make 509, and then we'll pay the fee. If we were supposed to lose 811, obviously we'll lose the 811. We will see the loss in the platform, but we'll gain it back. Okay, as long as the position is protected. There are 2 essential rules that I would like you to know. A, we cannot expend a protection on a position. We cannot expend, okay? That means that if, for instance, we have placed this price, okay, and we have, just click it for a moment. You've defined it for 2 days. Let's suppose that in 2 days, I've decided that my position, 2 days, okay, but maybe I want to give it another day. So I can't practically do it. I have to reopen the position. I can't extend my protection. Okay, I have to reopen when the protection is done, so it's done. Okay, we cannot reprotect the position or something like that. And the second thing, as you can see, the fee changes dynamically according to the intervals that I will place. In other words, if I'll do this, so suddenly the price will be different for the fee. All right, we're not gonna go down to levels that with AvaProtect. We don't have time for that today. We're gonna deal with some more foundations. Could be Steven, could be. So it's a one-shot thing. Could be, yes, something like that. Of course, you can use it in a strategy that it will be much more than a one-shot thing, but as an idea, you are right. Before I carry on, and I will actually begin with my explanation regarding the purpose of the webinar today, is there anyone that would like to share any questions regarding what I've explained about AvaProtect in the past few minutes? Any questions at all? All right, wonderful. It seems that everything is in place. Beside AvaProtect and AvaSocial, which are the unique tools that only we provide in our facility, we also have something called SharpTrader, which is some kind of an online academy. You can find tutorials there, videos and explanations. It's very, very nice for beginners, and it's for free. So why not to use it? SharpTrader, exactly as it sounds. Exactly, exactly. SharpTrader, that's right. SharpTrader.com. And of course, the Trading Central, which I will give a word at the end of the session if we will have time. That's regarding the services and the facility. Okay, now we're gonna go down to business. We have a question here by Helen Melnik. Could you recommend a good Forex calculator? Um, to be frank, Alan, if you're using our website, that could impersonate some kind of a calculator. The reason is, I'll show you in a moment. That's actually a good question, but let's begin, and I'm sure as time goes by in our session, you'll have an idea how you can use our platform as a calculator. To be frank, okay, let's just put down. Last time we looked at platinum and gold, but I want to diverse with you. And that means that today we will see Mr. Palladium. Ooh, that's a nice movement. Okay, so the way to calculate things is exactly how we are going to begin our session today. Let's open up a calculator. Some people don't do math in their heads, which is completely fine, by the way. And for that, we will have this guy to assist us. Let's suppose that we would like to we always go for $100, but this time will be ambition and we'll go for $500 on that position. Okay, we usually go for 100, but today we are okay. But before that, let's have a guide through. I'm gonna click on some things here, and I would like you to understand exactly what I'm doing. So I'll give a guide through about the platform, and then I'll carry on with my explanation. In here, you have the time frames. Okay, of course, if I'll change it, each day will stand for the time that I will pick. Now each candle symbolizes 1 hour, and now each candle stands for 1 day. So you can see, I'll take this so you can see that is today, that is yesterday. Secondly, we have here the shape of candles. Of course, this is a line that I can understand the trend, but this is if I want to be more specific. Okay, and then here we have the regular one, or we have the Corsair, and then we'll have the indicators. Maybe if I want to drop a lovely Bollinger Bands and maybe some RSI as well, and then I'll click save and it will open them up. And if I want to clear, so I can simply either click on this or I can delete just what I want. Then I have the other things that I can place on the charts to understand price levels, or maybe if I would like to put myself a reminder here that I will say high point, then I can drag it across if I would like to have some kind of a reminder, so it will stay here. Then I can, of course, clean it. Boguslaw Wojcik is asking what is the best, H1 or M15? H1 or M15. I guess that you're referring to 1 hour candle or a 15 minutes candle. And the answer for that, Boguslaw, is that you have to choose what suits to your strategy. In other words, if I'm planning to make 500, correct. Both are excellent, but it depends what we pick. If, for instance, I would like to make $500, but I would like to make it by next week, so of course it would make sense for me to look at days. I don't really mind if something happens in the next minute as long as it doesn't have a serious impact on my strategy. In other words, you can move between time frames for candles according to what you like, according to what you expect to make. Okay, so we have this nice chart in here. Platinum was yesterday on 2.6, now 2.632. That's wonderful for us, and we will understand in a moment why. Let's round to 10 ounces just for the sake of the discussion, and then we will aim for $500 as we said. $500, 10 ounces. Let's see how much is that. 10 ounces. We need $50 of a difference. Okay, in a moment I will explain exactly how I came to that. Okay, so let's take this thing, place it here on. By the way, I can change it. Okay, if I would like to change the line, I can simply type here. Okay, then it will jump to where I want. I can even pick a color. Let's suppose I want to change it to blue, just for because I want to. We have a question here. Is there any second? Yeah, we have some questions here regarding the calculations, but unfortunately, as I have explained, calculations will be done in a moment. Please be patient for a bit. 2,600 is the entry, let's assume, okay, and we would like to make $500 in the position. As we said, $500, and we take 10 ounces. That means, in other words, that we will have to look for $50 in movement. In other words, if we look at 260, that would be appropriate 2650. As you can see, I'll change it to 2 hours for you to see, and then you can see the differences. Okay, here and here, $50 difference. Wonderful. Uh, in this case, of course, it might be too ambitious, but we're learning now, so we're just going to learn the calculations, and later on we can understand how to use it in a strategy. Okay, so how did I came if we have 10 ounces, 10 quantities of palladium, and we would trade from 2,600 to 2,650, we think we can make $500. Okay, let's see if it's right. Let's place here 2,650. Oh, just a second. The price now is 2,632. Okay, so that means we'll have to, just a second, there is another question here. Okay, there are a few questions for pending orders, but as I explained, guys, this will happen in a later segment. Pending orders, Redha, Chica, Isa. This will happen in a later segment. Give me a few minutes. I will get to that very soon. Okay, so the price now, as we see, is definitely not 2.6. It's actually 26.32. So if we still want to make $500, and let's suppose we think palladium is gonna, let's suppose it's gonna keep going down. Okay, just for the sake of the discussion, let's suppose it will go to here. Okay, it's just $20 difference. Okay, and then we'll see if we'll place it here, and we'll place two. Okay, we are with a buy. Okay, we're gonna change it to a sell, and then if we change the take profit to 26.12, that will show us. Let's see, why is it showing us 100? Let's see how much do we need to make it 500. Okay. Zakaria Zakaria Bahrami is asking what is the content of this webinar. I guess that you have missed the intro. In the intro, I have explained that right now we are doing the basic calculations. Later on, we will see how to deal with leverage and margin. And after that, we will deal with pending orders. And at the end, we'll talk about fundamental analysis if we'll have time. Now, as you can see, there is 2633 and there is 2612, which we are aiming to get to. Okay, let's suppose we are aiming for obviously a sell, as you can see here. And then we'll put a nice line that will remind us what kind of movement we are looking for, which is from here to here. Okay, as you can see here, 21 in difference. Okay, and then if we'll divide 500 by 20, make it a round number. It's 21, but let's make it 20 just for the sake of the discussion, so it will be easier for you guys to understand. 500 by 20, that's 25 ounces. If we change here to 25 ounces, as you can see, 500. Again, this is a round number, so if I'll change this 24, 3 even, that will get closer and closer to $500. Okay, so that means that if I multiply my quantities, here are my quantities, here are my quantities, lot size and the quantities, over the price difference in this case is 20, right? We said from that price to this price, okay? Then I can understand what to expect in my position. If, for instance, I would like to make, let's exaggerate and say $1,000, okay? Just again, for the sake of the discussion, and I'm looking for $20 in difference, okay? And then I change here to 26.15, and I want to make 1,000, I will probably need double as much. So by increasing my quantities, okay, I can play between my quantities and the movements to get to what I want to make. If I want to make 1,000 and I'm looking for a certain movement, so maybe I can increase or decrease my movement. And if I want to trade with 10 ounces, maybe I can expect for more or less movements. Okay, does that make sense? Any questions regarding that? How to use it in a strategy? That's a wonderful question. We'll get to that in a moment. What's the best assets to trade? Well, that's a very common question. Why are using calculators web traders telling you possible profit? Because it's just convenient. Because it's convenient. Reda is asking why using the calculator in the web trader. Simply because it's convenient. There is no other reason. Everybody can use whatever they want, whatever they suits them the best way. There is no rule how to calculate things. It just makes sense. That's all. Okay, so let's carry on. All of those questions are wonderful, but again, I'm getting there in a moment. Let's just understand the difference with another asset, just for the sake of the discussion, because I want you to make a comparison between not just one asset, but a few. If, for instance, I would, oh, just a second, we'll take this guy, and we are, let's see, okay, this is, okay, it went down, and then maybe we can aim for, in this case, maybe we can aim for a buy. Okay, let's suppose now oil is 67. Let's suppose we wanted to get to 60, let's say 70 even. Okay, I'm gonna go ambitious today. $70, and we would like to make $1,000 with oil. How nice. And then we are going to use, second, Nathan, the answer is yes, absolutely yes. The webinar is recorded. We see the price now 67. We are looking for 70. Let's do 70 minus 67.5. We are looking for $2.50 difference. Okay, but to make 1,000, How many barrels do we need? Let's see. 1,000 divided by 2.5. Oh, 500 barrels. Let's see how much is that. 100 barrels. Okay, 0.4. Let's see if it matches. In this case, we are with a buy. Take profit, $70. 70. Okay, almost 1,000. Why I'm not seeing $1,000 that I'm expecting to make? Why we're missing $8? Anyone know? It's a mystery. Anyone knows why we can make it? Oh, oh, it's 1,000. Spread. Okay, Steven, you always save the day. Spread. That's the correct answer. Spread. I want you guys to understand that when you buy or sell something, we have the price worldwide, worldwide price, and we have the price in our platform, which is actually the profits for AvaTrade. This difference called a spread. Okay, people who scalp, just gonna give an idea what is scalping. Maybe it's also a good idea to talk about what we are doing here. So scalping, we have three ways to trade. Mainly, there are thousands of strategies, but there are three main ways to trade. There is short term, there is mid term, and there is long term. Long term is what most of the elder people called swing. Okay, that's the traditional way to trade. Find something good in a cheap price, you let it go, you can hold it for months or years. You don't have to deal with it every day, etc., etc. We have intraday. Intraday is more common among the world in the past decade. It's a thriving kind of way to trade because you open a position for a day, couple of days, 3 days. This is for people who are a bit more occupied and cannot spend hours every day. Okay, just a second. There is okay. The webinar will be recorded, 100%, Leonard. Don't worry, it will be recorded. You can see it as many times as you want. Don't worry about it. Um, in this case, we have swing, as we said, intraday, which is a bit more day to 3 days, 4 days sometimes, but no more than a week. Usually, there is no rule for that, but usually. And we have scalping. Scalping, same way a scalper is sitting down and scalping a statue, giving a hit there, giving a hit there, then is scalping his way. So scalping is in and out, quick trading, and it will be in YouTube. I see a lot of people asking for recording. It will be on YouTube. And then you have scalping. Scalping is in and out, quick trading, just grasping, very, very small time frames. You can see here, let's change it to 1 minute. Okay, so if I were a scalper, again, I'm not, but for the sake of the discussion, I would probably take a buy here, a sell here, and then a buy here. Okay, just to show you. Maybe I don't even know if you see if maybe I'm moving too fast. So I would probably place a buy here, and then a sell here, and then a buy here. Okay, if I was a scalper, this is 1 minute. It's very, very fast. Not meant for people who doesn't have time to trade. This requires a significant amount of time to sit on the charts. Okay. In this case, let's continue with the spread. We talked about a spread. The spread, not many people are aware, but it's something you need to give attention to because this is what makes your position start with a minus and not a zero, because you sort of pay the commission for the platform in every position you take. So the spread. All right. Any questions, by the way, regarding what I've explained, or I can carry on with pending orders? Any questions regarding what I've explained about the ways to trade or maybe the spread, anything at all? I'm getting to there now. I'm getting to there now. Leverage. Okay. Okay. That's an interesting question. Okay. Can anyone please give an idea what is leverage? Let's suppose we said $400 now. $400 will cost $26,000. This is a simulating account. This is why we have 100,000 in balance. But between you guys and me, Not everybody can simply deposit $100,000. Okay, so in this case, let's suppose we don't have 100,000, we just have five. Okay, $5,000 is the only thing that we can invest, and then we have 5,000 in balance. But we still want to make $1,000 on the position. In other words, we need 27 almost thousand in balance, but we only have five. Okay, but we have leverage. Okay, anyone has any idea what is leverage? Okay, Stephen here wrote buying power. Okay, that's an interesting answer. Anyone else? Anyone else? What is leverage? Multiplier, more profit, but also more risk. Mm, okay, interesting. Another someone else. Okay, I will explain. All right. Leverage is the ability to move more quantities with the same balance. Buying power, okay, could be buying power, also selling power, but never mind. Okay, so my 5,000, if I see here such a thing, value almost 27, correct. That's the perfect answer. Trading a larger position with margin multiplications. That's correct. Okay, my margin impact is here. We'll understand in a moment what is margin impact. In fact, because we don't know yet, okay? But we now understand what leverage is. So $5,000, okay, with a value of $27,000. Okay, but we see here the margin impact is only almost 2,700. In other words, if my leverage is 1 to 10, so my 5,000 will be as if I had 50,000. In other words, correct. In other words, my 50,000 is what I can trade with. My balance haven't changed. My balance is only 5,000, but I can trade as if I had 50. Okay, so that means that it matches to what I would like to achieve with oil. Okay, and then how do I know that my margin is 10%? Well, that's pretty obvious. You can see here 26. Let's calculate together. 27, okay, 27,000 here, and then the margin impact is 2,700. Okay, okay. Steven here is asking grifter on each market. Right. Yes, leverage changes from one asset to another. Although, although, okay, I will explain about it in a moment. Explain about it in a moment. You can see here just a quick comparison: 27,000, 2,700. Okay, we'll pick something else for the sake of the discussion, just to show you guys how simple it could be. See here, 8,000, then 400. Obviously, that that margin would be, sorry, it's maybe a bit too much. Let's calculate C. Just a moment. Okay, calculator. 86,000 divided by 4,400. Sorry, 4,100. Okay, that's 20 for leverage. Okay, let's round it up. Round it up. That's 20. So if we had 5,000 multiply 20, that's 100,000 in value. We can afford that position. However, we will not use 100,000. We will only use this. Okay. In other words, the leverage is giving us an ability, so our balance will be valued more. Okay. Our balance is not going to change, but the position we can have is different. Does it make sense? Anyone has any questions regarding that? Though it's very basic, but still, any questions regarding the leverage and the margin? Any questions? before I carry on? All right. Okay. So we have got, let's just line up again what we need this to be marked so it can be easier for us. We are looking for 2.5 dollar difference. Okay, and we are with a buy. Wonderful. We think it's gonna get there. Maybe. Okay. In this case, maybe I think that now it's already going up. Okay. Take a closer look. Maybe I think it's already going up right now. Seems like it's going down. Maybe even a closer look. Okay. Maybe I think it's going up, but I don't trust the trend just yet. Okay. Maybe I want to buy it in a cheaper price. Uh, 67.5 is too expensive for me. Let's suppose I want to buy it in 67 flat. Okay, make it 67 flat. How can I? Okay, because I believe that if it gets to 67, then maybe according to my analysis that I've done prior, I think that if it gets to 67, it has a better chance to turn around than now. Maybe I think that if I'll take a position now, it can keep going farther. Okay, the logic here obviously is that I think the movement I'm looking for is this is essential for you because now for beginners they're still working on their strategy, and I think this might be helpful. Okay, we are in here and we believe, okay, if I take a buy here, we all agree that there is a chance that it will go against me. Okay, there is a chance. If I take a buy here, I can lose. However, I believe according to my analysis, for some reason, we're not going to go down to Y, but let's just believe that if it gets to 67, it can go to 70. Okay, it would make more sense to me. So how can I, do I have to place a buy now? Or maybe I can somehow place something on the chart that will do the buy for me. And then I can go to my other activities while I have placed something in the chart. Anyone has any idea? How can I buy on 67 without to commit a buy now? Any idea? Or maybe I have to stay. Maybe I have to stay on a computer. Okay, a buy limit. Okay, pending orders, pending orders, pending orders. Ah, there we go, guys. There we go. I see some people woke up. Steven, I saw your answer right away, but it seems to me you're a professional. All right. In this case, absolutely, all of you are right. Yes, yes, yes. Pending order. More people typing. It's absolutely right. Can place here 67. I'm just gonna change it to 67, and as soon as it gets there, of course, I can place a buy. We're not gonna exaggerate. We're just gonna place something small. Okay, just for the sake of the discussion. Again, I don't do it. You probably know, but for you guys, I don't mind, and the take profit in this case will be 70. Okay, place it here. Oh, okay, okay, but we have done something else. Let's see what was there. Let's open up the buy again. Okay, let's go to our position. Take profit. Is take profit another kind of pending order? Okay, we need to understand that pending orders are actually a very essential part of a trading strategy, because if I stay by the chart and I don't do my analyze correctly, I can take ongoing decisions. Ongoing decisions are usually could be a very dangerous things. For my own personal trading, I'd like to make, usually, I like to analyze and then to let the market do its, and then the market does the movement, and I'd like to observe. Maybe my analysis can turn out that I was wrong. Maybe my analysis can be right. But if I look at the market before I take a position for 5 or 10 minutes just to impressionate what's happening, I can actually prevent myself from getting to a very uh, problematic situation. Okay, it's not mandatory. It's not mandatory. Scalpers, they analyze the market in seconds. They analyze, they take a position, they close a position. It's fine. But for people who are a bit slower, let's put it this way, so sometimes it's advisable to analyze, but before you take a final decision, just give the market a few minutes and only then see that you were in the right direction. All right. So there was a question here, if the leverage is identical for all position for all assets. The answer is no. Okay. The leverage changes. Okay. The leverage changes from one asset to another, and then scalping is okay. Yes. There is a question here if scalping is okay. The answer is absolutely yes. Um, the leverage changes, okay, in order for you guys to take it to your favor and not to be underneath the leverage, but to be on top of the leverage, is of course that it changes from one asset to another, but there are certain groups, umbrellas, if you want to put it this way, that are above each kind of group. For instance, currencies, you have Euro USD, Euro JPY, USD JPY, and all these majors. Okay, so we have a group for currencies. Let me show you that. We have a group for, let's see, we have here a group for commodities. We have Forex majors. We have cryptos. We have indices, and we have stocks. Each of those groups shares something in common. Okay, why do I need to know that? Because for the sake of fundamental analysis, I need to know, I don't need to know, but it's recommended to know which asset has an impact on another asset. Okay? For instance, if I have something influenced by the economy, like gold, which is a safe haven, okay? So I would expect that if something happens with the economy, so maybe it has an impact on gold. Okay, same with inventories for oil. Okay, if something happens with the economy, maybe it could have an impact on oil and vice versa. Okay, now regarding this, let's just recap before we carry on. Let's see how much time we have left. Maybe if we have time, I will give you another. Okay, okay, we roughly have 15 16 minutes, roughly maybe 17 even. And then we will have to mention, Steven, I don't know. Can you pull a comparison onto the same chart? I can do it with MT4, but yet I can't do it with the WebTrader yet. It's beyond my technology understanding. So for now, it seems like we have figured, okay, let's look at the position we've taken with oil. Okay, we've understand just a general, just a quick recap. We understand that to make profits we have to do the prior calculation, and then of course each asset that I'll pick I can protect it with ABA protect, and then I can, if it's a buy or if it's a sell, I can change here the quantities. I can of course place a pending order if I don't have to stay if I don't want to stay on the computer, and I can place here and execute when price hits, and then of course my position will be triggered. As you saw here for a moment, there is also an ability to define an expiration. And then if I put in an expiration and then maybe the momentum is passed, it's already going to close by itself. All right. Um, okay, so let's carry on to fundamentals at the moment. We have something called Trading Central, okay, that sends via email or SMS some interesting information regarding worldwide announcements and some interesting things. Let's open up a stock just for the sake of the discussion. Okay, let's suppose that we are now looking at Apple. Apple is a massive technology manufacturer. Okay, phones, computers, some very interesting things. And then if we look at Apple, it seems like it's now in a very relatively low price. We are looking at days. You remember in the beginning of the session I have explained each time from here the candles changes, and then it shows each candle is now showing 1 day. Now each candle shows 1 week. Okay. In this case, if for instance, let's suppose, okay, 145, let's suppose that I got an email saying, Dear Dan, we have discovered Apple is gonna announce on Friday, what day is it today? Wednesday? On Friday, in 2 days, they will announce a new phone, unbreakable phone. Okay, let's as an example, unbreakable phone that it's just unbreakable phone. Okay, no matter what you do to it, it's not gonna break. Okay, and it's gonna cost the same price. It's just special phone. Okay, and everybody is hyped online, and you see that everybody is excited about it. Okay, and Apple is very innovative. They have this phone. Okay, they're going to launch. What do you think? Okay, what do you think will happen next for Apple after they launch this miraculous phone? Will it go up or down after such an announcement? Increase. Okay, we have one vote for increase. Daiva, increase. Steven also say that can go both ways. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so you are a politician. I would like to hear. All right, we have another vote for going up. Anyone else has a vote? Anyone else? Okay, we're gonna close the up. We have another vote up. Interesting. Okay, Steven, do you mind share with us how it can go both ways rather than everybody here is saying up? I see more people. Oh, there are another 5 people, 6 people. Well, many people think it will go up. Okay, Steven, do you mind share with us why do you think it can go both ways? Okay, Steven here is saying a phone that never breaks could means no more future sales. Okay, that that might be right. That might be right. You might be right. I might be right. All of us could be right. But at the end of the day, the market, the fundamentals, they have an impact determined by the media. Okay? That means that this phone could be maybe unbreakable for a period of time, but then maybe it will not function too well. Maybe it will not look too good. Okay, people don't just judge, investors they don't just judge by how there is also a phone by cat I think cat I forgot their name that also exactly that's exactly my point. Bo- Boguslaw is saying here short time goes up. Okay. So what I was saying is, what I'm explaining you guys, what I want to teach you is, it doesn't matter what happens after as long as it fulfill your strategy. You guys should think only about yourself. What do I want to make? When I would want to make? Today, in a week, okay, so it's fine. I can close my position and that's it. I don't have to sustain it forever. I'm just opening a position. This is the key here, the key ingredient, okay, to succeed is to have a perception when you design something that will fulfill its goal. What comes after, it doesn't it doesn't matter. Okay, after we close the position, it doesn't matter. Okay, we need to aim if we think something like that obviously could be a good thing for Apple. Okay, it's self-explanatory. Good news usually can has an impact. It would make sense that it has an impact for Apple to go up. Of course, what will happen afterwards, again, it's for people who swing, maybe people who swing and philosophers telling stories, maybe, you know. But overall, as long as it serves the purpose, that's what's important. Okay. Trading Central is giving such information. It's very nice. It's coming in a way that it's very convenient to use. And of course, we're giving it for free, while other brokers are charging up to $200, $300 a month. And why paying if we're giving it for you for free? So of course, feel free to use it. Let's see how much time we have left. Okay, we roughly have 8 minutes left. I have promised you a tip if we'll have time. So before I will give you this special tip of the day, anyone has any idea, any questions regarding what I've explained, anything you would like to share with us before I will give my tip and obviously disclose the webinar for today? Any questions, any comments, anything you would like us to discuss before we call it a day? Reda Chica Isa is writing here, it will go up slightly to give everyone confidence, then crash down to kill the bull positions. Okay. Oh, well, you just brought to my attention that I forgot to tell the story about the bull and the bear, which I always, for people who are less experienced, we always say a bullish trend or a bearish trend. There is a nice story behind it. The same way bull lift his opponent. Okay, if you go against the bull, I wouldn't recommend it, but somebody get an engagement with the bull, so it probably can lift him in the air. This is why a bullish trend usually significant upward trend, and then a bullish sorry, a bull is an upward trend, and bearish is the other way around. The same way bear stick his opponent to the ground, slam his opponent to the ground. It's a nice story. Okay, that's the purpose for the bull and the bear. Before we say goodbye, what I wanted to tell you is that we are given in our facility tools for you to succeed. This is a remarkable tool. Whoever learn how to use it to its favor, what I've explained in the beginning. Let me just show you again. Ava Social. Okay, you can't imagine how clients can use Ava Protect if you're correct. Ibra, it will be recorded. This webinar will be recorded. So, what the tip I would like to give you today is uh, the tip I would like to give you today is to combine all the tools that we give because we design them for you to succeed. Ava protect the positions. Okay, Ava Social, amazing tool. You go to Ava Social, you can examine other strategies rather than to use by yourself and well, to use by yourself, to test strategies by yourself means you're going to spend some time and money. So you can see somebody else is doing it. And of course, it's advisable to maybe if you see something successful, you can try and do it by yourself. Okay, so use whatever we give. Use we give what we give is can be very helpful. For today, I think we've discussed important things and we have accomplished most of what we wanted to achieve before the time ends, which is wonderful. And then we have another 5 minutes, which I would like to thank everybody who participated. I'm sure, yes, Stephen MT5 is online as well. Um, for today, I would like to thank everybody who participated. I hope that you enjoyed. I'm sure that beginners now feel a bit more confidence. The people here after the webinar, do you feel that you have grasped something new? Do you beginners, you feel a bit more confidence? Your angle now about the market is improved? Do you feel that it's improved a bit? I'm very glad to see that. Very glad to see that. That's good. That's good. That's good. That means that the purpose of the webinar is fulfill itself. Um, the tip that I gave is that you can combine Ava Social with Ava Protect. You can protect your positions, and then if you lose, you gain it back, and you also see somebody else's strategy via Ava Social, and then you can, of course, copy somebody who is succeeding, and instead of trying it by yourself, that can save you time and money. Um, that's it for today. That's it for today. I hope that you enjoyed. Like I said, beginners, I'm sure you are much more aware now of how things are happening. And that's it. Experienced traders are. It's always good to sharpen your skills again, to sharpen the foundations, to refresh some of the things we've learned in the past. So it was a bit too fast. Okay, well, sometimes Maxwell is asking where we can find our social. Simply go to the App Store, to the Google Store. That depends how it's called in your phone. Just type in our social. It's there. Like I said, you can find it in our website, trading platform Ava Social. There is a nice video there, also in our YouTube, so you can see and you can get there quite easily. Um, Leonard is asking for a link for recording. You don't really need me to do that. You just need to type in AvaTrade and YouTube, and that's it. You'll find it. It's very, very easy to access. All right, okay. So as I said, I thank you all. For now, I think we are done for today, and we will meet each other again next week at the same time. All right. So all of you have a nice day.